So we're back again, episode 2, Black Dad's Lives. You're here with me, Anton.
And it's me, Dash, my son's favourite dad.
And it's me, Carlos. What's that?
What's happening, yo? It's Jason, my wife's baby father.
What? This guy, this guy.
My wife's favourite baby father.
Well, anyway, guys, first of all, thank you all for watching the first episode. Obviously, that's why we're back again. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please subscribe, share, and tell everyone about the podcast, trying to get as many people watching as we can. So just spread the word. We're going to be having some special guests on from our next episode. So, look forward to that. Today, our episode's on discipline. So we're talking about this from us being disciplined as children and how we're looking to discipline our children. So, go on. You're going to start, Dash.
Well, if you want. So, it's just about discipline. Like, how are you, man, looking to raise your children? Like, because obviously each person has like a different way or how to go about things. The only reason why I thought about this subject was literally last night. I was in bed sleeping. So when I was climbing into the bed, I don't even know if I was half asleep or if I was awake, but I remember opening up my eyes and I seen him and he was looking at me and thinking, wait, why are you awake? And then the kid slapped him in the face. The kid slapped him in the face and I was just like, wait, are you being serious? And then he looked at me and he went, and I was like, nah. And then he came to bite me and I was like, nah, you need to chill out. You need to chill out. And all in my head I was thinking, nah, am I allowed to beat this kid? So obviously, it's just one of them. Like, I just wondering, like, what you, man, thinking it? Like, what's your perspective? How do you go about disciplining your child? What would you do in that situation?
You know
It's
what?
one of them.
I'll go in it if you want, because my kids are oldest in it. So mine, 9, and Layla. My boy's 9, and then Layla, my little girl, she's turning 7 next month. So obviously, mine, they know the law. Do you know what I mean? I think it's different in it. So like, from when I was younger, I was one of these parents where I didn't move anything from them. So my PlayStation, was on a TV stand. Obviously, like now, obviously TV's on the wall. You get me? But back then, my PlayStation, my TV was on a TV stand. PlayStation was all set up there with all my games lined up. You get me? Blu-rays and that. And then Laura said to me, "Oh, are you going to move them?" And Tyler was a baby. I went, "No." It's like, "Oh, but it might break them." What if? No, because I'll teach him that's mine, innit? Like, you don't need to do that. Don't go near them. So I taught Tyler from being a baby, like when he used to try and go up to him and mess with my things. No, and his little tap on his hand. No, you get me? So now, like, I've developed that up to the point where this is probably where you guys are gonna want to get to, But to the point where I can just give my kids a look. You get me?
Okay.
So they could be causing havoc. You get me? I can hear them causing havoc from the next room, from the kitchen. You get me? I can hear them making noise. Laura telling them, "Kids, stop it! Kids, stop it! Kids, stop it! I'm gonna lose it! I'm gonna lose it!" And I'm just sat there on the couch thinking, "You ain't gonna lose it." So it's all Laura says. I'm going to get your dad, and then that's when they pause in it. I'm like, "Oh, okay," and I listen. Then they go quiet, and then it builds up again, and then anyhow, Laura's got to shout me, make me have to get up. That makes me vex, innit? So I just, so since I hear her call me, I just look, and if I can get some sort of eye contact with them youths, I'll just look at them and I just.
That's the look.
That's it. That's what I need to do. That's all I need to do. That look, what you just seen then, what you just saw then, is what works with my kids. You can laugh, you can say whatever, but my kids know that if something else is coming after that look, it's not going to be something that we're going to appreciate. You know what I'm saying?
But what if they didn't make eye contact then?
I know.
They know. Nah, you see, you know what? Do you know why? Because they can feel your presence. It's like when I was younger,
It's like
and do you know what? With kids, it's that level of curiosity. Like they feel like, is dad looking?
Yeah. How far can I push it?
I need
Yeah.
to find out. Do you know what I mean? I
Mm,
need
mm,
to
mm.
find out. And they'll come and they'll look and see if, do you know what I mean? If I'm there. And yeah, damn right I'm there. I'm looking, I'm waiting for you to come because I know you're going to come and look at me. And I know my kid's in it. So you know, like the back of your hand, like I know what they're going to do. So straight away, yeah, I know they're going to come look for me. So I'm hard disciplined, but
Yeah.
like, because sometimes I'll be having to go at them, and then other people be like, "Oh no, your kids are really good," and I'll see them, and it's like, and then I see other people's kids, it's like, "Oh yeah, I couldn't handle that." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
But
that's why
obviously,
I think
because it's
it's
not your
different.
child, though, isn't it? Mainly because it's not your child. Because, like you said, each person has a different way of disciplining the child. So, obviously, what works for you, like, a next thing might work for someone else. So, that look obviously definitely works for you. But if you was to give that look to the next child, they'll be like, bro, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Do you know what I
Nah,
mean?
it works with my kids too, you know.
Does it? Rah.
Yeah, standard, yo. I've done
Anton's
it.
got a lot, you know.
Yeah, I've done it to other kids before, and even, do you know what? I can't even lie. It might even be a dirty look that I'm giving to other youths, you know, because that kid that was trying to ting with Tyler in school, innit? And
Okay,
then,
okay.
but he's Tyler's friend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when I went to drop Tyler off to school, obviously, because it's normally his mum that this kid sees. And then when I was there dropping Tyler off to school, he came running over because I was sat in my car in it, took the kids out, crossed the road, and I was just
Anton
waiting
see
there.
the kid and squared up to him, you know.
No, I seen the kids. Now I was watching from my car now, yeah, because the social distancing in it, so you got to keep your little distance at the school gates.
Anton went valid.
Mine was just there.
Anton
Nah.
with full mask.
Nah, and I just
Rolled
looked.
on him. He rolled
And
on him.
I just looked. I just looked, and the kid sort of, he was looking at Tyler like he was gonna go over and chat to him like different on a friendly tip. Do you know what I mean? The teacher comes out, and you're not even, parents aren't allowed in the gates now anyway. So I could just, so literally, I must have said like, "Have a good day, son." So then they both looked at me, and I just looked at the kid. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, with disciplining kids, because you need to discipline your kids, right? You need to discipline your kids, right, man?
Big facts, man.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, I brought my son up right, so he goes into school, yeah, and treats everyone respect, all polite, full, do you know what I mean? And everything. And then Tyler's then going to turn into a victim, yeah, because he's been brought up right. So then what should I teach him then? Nah. So then, for me, I'm like, nah, you need to get more road then. It's mad, just because of this one youth.
So you're saying, though, Carlos, and
you know what I'm saying?
That's obviously your children are a bit younger.
To me, your punishment has to reflect, their punishment has to reflect what they've been doing, if you understand. Because otherwise, it won't make no sense. But just imagine if he's like, I don't know, didn't do his homework. Some kids, they don't do the homework and they'll get beaten for that, or they've been bad in school, as in they gave back chat to a teacher and they'll get beat for that. To me, it's not deserving. Obviously, this is just my opinion, but if you've gone and hit someone and then you're like, okay, hit them back, then that's different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if they defended themselves, then that's different. But if they're just attacking youths, then that's bad, isn't it?
Like for example, some kids will be playing a PlayStation too long and you'll be like, put the PlayStation away or turn off your computer. And that's it. Do you know what I mean? They're probably not listening to you, carry on playing. And then next minute, you hear parents saying, oh, you're not allowed to go to your granddad's birthday party because of this, or you're not allowed to go to a birthday party because of this, but that doesn't even reflect what they've done wrong. So a fair punishment for that would be, okay, you're not allowed to play your PlayStation for like a week or so. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to me, it has to marry up to a certain extent of what they've done wrong, because otherwise they're not going to learn from it, because then they'll just feel like they're just getting beaten for no reason.
Yeah.
So that's what I base it. But obviously Sereno's what is young, is under two.
Too young in it, yeah. So like he doesn't really know wrong from right yet.
Yeah.
Like, so if he like,
he does.
He does. He definitely does.
If he was a bit older, yeah. Like say he was like 5 or whatever, and he looked you in your face and then boxed you in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like he's made the conscious decision at 5 years old that I can have this man. Like you have to knock him out.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to say, you know, because obviously back in the day when obviously you get beats and that.
Yeah.
I'd go up to my room, I'd be so angry, I'd be doing that.
Yeah. Big fan.
One day I'm gonna knock these people
out. Trust me.
Sorry, did you just say you were doing press ups?
Yeah. I used to think, well, I'm going to get...
You're doing press-ups! You're doing press-ups! Yeah. You went up to your bedroom on a mad one doing press-ups!
Because I'm thinking,
Do some training montage.
I'm going to get big and strong.
Nigga thought he was Rocky.
I know, banged on Eye of the Tiger. Starts dancing around his bedroom.
Start punching up pigs.
100%. You man are laughing at you used to do it.
No,
yeah,
I didn't do that, G. Do you know what? I'll be honest. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I used to go to a bedroom now, yeah, vex with my dad, did it, thinking, nah. But in my defense, though, I was the black sheep of my family.
Yeah,
so with me and my siblings, if anything went wrong in my house, yeah,
it's always your fault.
I got the blame straight away. It was always my fault.
I remember.
So, exactly. But because it was always my fault, like, that's why after a certain point, I'll be honest, and like what you're saying actually resonates, Jordash, because after a certain point, for me, it was water for ducks back. Like, I remember being younger, taking the blame for stuff that I hadn't even done, and I couldn't even be bothered.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I thought, why am I going to defend it like it's long? Like, I'd rather just get it over and done with. Because if I say to my dad, oh, no, it wasn't me, he goes around and asks everyone else, they're going to say it wasn't them. So it comes back to me. And then I end up getting the lecture anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'll just stand there the first time and he's like, did you do it? And I'm like, I don't remember doing it, but probably. And then that'll make him angry because he's like, how can you not remember doing it? What do you mean you can't remember? Do you know what I mean? And set him off. But I'm like, right, it's either I say that, because I want to say, oh yeah, I did it, when I didn't. And then someone else is going to walk up and go, oh, that was me. Or do you know what I mean?
What if you took the beats,
so like,
when you took those beats or whatever, your siblings come in and say, oh, thanks for that, bro. No. They just said, yo, it went radio silence.
Solid there, bro.
Radio silence. Didn't get nothing from nobody. They didn't care.
What about the look, though, bro? You get the look of them like, yo.
Yeah, thanks, did it?
I know them ones, innit? Yeah.
You think any of them making eye contact with me? None of them. I wish one of them was on here now, yeah, and could just admit that some of the things that they done. Because honestly, it was a madness.
So here's the thing now, then, because obviously Jordash and Carlos, you two brothers, innit?
Yeah.
So growing up, he was a bad one. He got the most beatings.
I know this one, so go on.
It was Carlos.
Yeah, hands down, man.
Carlos was bad, you know. See how Carlos is all quiet on the podcast.
Yeah.
So people think that Carlos is quiet, but Carlos is deadly with one-liners.
Yeah, quiet.
Nah, he is
quiet, man. You go quiet when you're wild. You're the wild one, yeah.
Yeah, Carlos was unruly. See, I seen the beats what Carlos got. Yeah.
No. Real talk.
Listen, Carlos, bro.
Exactly. I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that in my life. Do you know what I mean? So I left. Go on.
Now I was gonna say in the same breath, my dad said to me, because I was like, why did I always get beat? Like, I asked him now, innit? And he's like, because I need to make an example out. I want
example precisely.
And you volunteered all the time, so okay. That's what he said. I volunteered, you know. So it's one of them. Sorry, Carlos.
Go on, Carlos, bro.
I was just saying, I was a bit unruly as a child. I'm a bit more. I'm a good kid now. I'm a really good kid now.
You're old now, bro.
Talk about back in the day. Do you remember Carlos December back in the day?
Back in the days, I was on the receiving end of that multiple occasions. Don't get me wrong, I'm an annoying character.
More than annoying, you're an instigator. My buttons, like, I'll be here, and John should be like, "Ooh, this button, press." And I'll just go, rah! Like Dragon Ball Z style leveling up. That was me.
That was funny. That used to be
Carlos used to go off on one night.
Carlos' temper was sick. Now, then, to be fair, I remember, because obviously Carlos was a year above me, innit? I remember being in, like, Amberley in primary school, right? And seeing Carlos, like, filled with rage, innit? Like, to the point, like, your man was crying with anger. And I'm like, yo, Siobhan, protect me still.
It's your cousin, innit? It's your cousin, innit?
Yeah, yo, he knows we're friends, innit? He knows we're friends.
I don't even know why I was like that. I was just.
Yeah, as you said, bro, just bad reading it.
That was just pure.
You was just angry. I don't even know why. I don't think you know. You didn't even know why you was angry.
No, and that's the worst thing. When you're angry, and you don't know why you're angry. It's just like,
yeah.
So I got this. That got this. Moving me to Amber Lee though, that put me on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
Time, Mr. Hayden with the cane.
Yeah, Mr. Hayden didn't take no back shot in it. Yeah.
What, your teacher had a cane?
I wasn't holding any of that from a teacher. Yeah, I
back
never
in
had
their
to
school,
hold it.
they used to get beat, man. And their ear twisted and stuff.
Yeah.
In their school, man.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, in that school, that was punishment, man. I went in his office a few times, so I saw the stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm not coming in here again.
Yeah, I never got it. But I witnessed it plenty of times, bro. I witnessed your one little skinny bro called Andrew, man. One little skinny you called Andrew, bro. 4 years old. I can't remember what he did. I can't even remember what he did, yo. I want to say, I'm not entirely sure, but I think he flashed some girls in it, right? And now, all I can remember in my head now, when I think about this guy, is him stood there with no pants on, dancing like that, right?
Oh wow.
All I remember is, Mr. Hayden came into class, bro.
Nah, see, there's deeper issues to that, with your look deeper, but carry on.
Bro, trust me, there is it, but it's one of them, innit?
There's deeper issues to that.
That was normal.
That's what I mean.
Listen, I'm thinking back now, I remember the time, I was in class with this guy.
What's that kid doing now?
I don't know, but I ain't heard from him since year reception. So I remember, thinking back now, I remember, innit, right? This youth went to a teacher, Miss, you're sexy. And she goes, where'd you hear that? He goes,
the same kid?
Yeah, the same kid. He goes, yo, my dad said it to my mum. I was like...
Nah, that's not too bad, to be fair, because why? My kids might hate me.
No, but then when he's like, when he's trying to grab the teacher's ass as well.
What? He what?
He used to grab the teacher's bottom as well, bro. It's kids, man. I'm guessing at home, he was exposed to certain things that were a bit...
Exactly, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But obviously, taking that in mind...
more than just that. Scrubbed you.
Taking that in mind, Carlos, you said that school set you on the straight and narrow. So do you think that discipline helped you in life in general then?
Well, I was disciplined at home as well, but I think...
Obviously.
Yeah.
I see that.
Everywhere. Nah, I just think that I just didn't want that to happen in school. So, like, at home, fair enough. Not that many witnesses. I think the witness factor would have just humiliated me.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
As well as the punishment. Nah, that's too much.
But then again, you're always looking better well behaved at school than you are at home anyway, innit? Like...
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, to me, growing up, Carlos was, in theory, like the bad one in, I don't know, to say, parents' eyes in terms, he was the one who was always getting beat. I never got beat at home, but from seeing him get beat, I learned how to, get around the system, innit? So I knew...
Avoid the beating.
I knew how to avoid it. Do you know what I mean? I was like just angel and saint around school and whatnot. So I was never getting in trouble at school. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I'll say as we've grown older, I think it's changed around a little bit.
Sometimes I felt bad because I felt like I set the bar for you and you had to jump over it too. And sometimes I just thought...
No, I don't follow no rules, bro. None of them rules. I'm like, I'm not Carlos. I do my own thing. So it's one of them.
So talking of discipline then, are we all in agreement that we were all beaten as a youth, by our parents?
Nah, this is what I'm trying to say. I wasn't really beaten.
Did you get beat, yes or no?
I don't think I did, bro.
See, this is what I mean, right? So Jordash is like my younger sibling.
Yeah.
So me and Carlos, we got licked. My younger siblings, they didn't get beat. Yeah, but are you one of the older ones, though?
Yeah.
I'm the eldest, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And did your younger siblings get beat?
I don't know, because my mum, bless her, she was the main disciplinarian, innit? Like, she was dishing out beatings, and I think I want to say the similar situation to Carlos and Jordash. Like, my brother just didn't really get as many as I got beat.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you don't get me wrong. I probably would have got beat, but I wouldn't say I didn't get beats to the levels that Carlos got beats. Do you know what I mean?
I think
Like,
that's got something to do with like punishments on kids changing over time. Because even in school,
yeah, that the corporate punishment and that you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that after a certain, like, obviously when you, so remember when you were in like school, obviously like you say that Amberley, you could still get beat. But then the time when I eventually joined your school, that I'd all gone, you couldn't get beat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So obviously times did change, but even in terms of like, okay, yeah, I did get beat. I'm lying. Obviously, I did get beat, but it wasn't, like I said, to the levels that Carlos got beat. Because in our house, like, my mum was like the one who was disciplining. But this is a little thing that I need to bring up though. In terms of dads, like, why is it that we're seen as the ones who have to do the discipline? Because I remember back in the day, my mum would be like, yeah, wait till your dad comes home, wait till your dad comes home. And you'd be like, nah, man, come on, like, please, like, just do what you need to do in it, like, just let's get over and done with. Like, but I just have to wait till the middle of the night for my dad to come back and then get beat. Like, the situation's gone. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, do you know what I think some of that is? Yeah, because you're waiting in it, and they know that it's playing on your mind. It's mind games, you know. That's psychological because.
More time, your dad wouldn't even know. Your dad wouldn't even know. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You'd end up telling him.
Listen, because you, when your dad comes in now, your mum goes, "Am I telling him or are you?"
Nah, but do you know what though? When to the other side of that, because I had to tell Laura to allow that, you know, because Laura was
exactly that's what I'm trying to say.
The kids in
because then your kids just to start fearing you for no reason. For no reason.
Yo, I was walking in from work, and literally as soon as I walked in the door, I was like, your dad's back now. Remember, what did you do today? Tell him. And I'm just looking at it and I'm like, why are you trying to get the kids to tell me what badness they've done now so that they associate with me walking through the door with them getting it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It don't make sense. I said, if anything, I said, let me come in and I said, leave it, allow it, and then tell me about it later. Do you know what I mean? So that at least I say hello to them. Do you know what I mean? Instead of walking in and just straight away just going off on one of them. So I'm like, nah, allow that, man. Just tell me later.
Because like, if it's something that's super serious that you do need to get involved with and help discipline, then
she would have messaged me already. I would have known before I come in.
Yeah.
If it's something that serious, yeah, I guarantee you, yeah, that I'm getting a phone call or at least a WhatsApp about that. And then when I come in, I'm on a mission in it. So it's one of them.
Yeah.
But if it ain't no life or death or nothing big, then like I don't want to hear that I don't know, didn't listen to you. And you had to tell him 5 times to do something. Do you know what I mean? Like, what can I do? I wasn't here. Do you know what I'm saying? If I was here, if I would have listened. So one of them. But yeah.
Now, that's what I said. I feel like as dads, we're used as like the fear factor. And obviously, it's like, okay, we as men are the ones who have to discipline your child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't personally agree because I feel like it should work both ways. Because just imagine if you are separated from, say, your partner, your child's mum, you and your child's mum aren't together or whatnot, and then you're still the one who's called upon to come and discipline the child. Do you know what I mean? Okay, fair enough. They're the ones who have to deal with the child every single day. But then if you're just called upon to necessarily give the beatings or to come and then regulate and discipline your children, it's like Anton was saying, that's what they're going to associate with the dad. Do you know what I mean? Which obviously I don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
We need to do that, you know. And if I'm honest, like from my own experience from when I was in school, yeah, the bad youths and that used to get away with everything, do you know, that used to do stuff and used to always get expelled or just be bad youths. Do you know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, there was ones without a dad. And I'm not just talking about, but I'm saying black kids, you know what I mean, or black lads without dads. I'm just saying in general, everybody, do you know what I mean? No matter the creed. The ones where you can see where there was on a madness, and they were doing certain set things, I would say the majority of them didn't have a dad and sometimes you could put it down to that sort of disciplinarian or that sort of discipline side of it where, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can still be about and
Affected them, and that's
you
why
can
it's
still
affected
be
them.
about and not have to be the one who's going to be like the disciplinaire. Because in reality,
No, but that's when I say, that's what I mean when it's, I'm not saying split up. You get me? And your dad's still there, yeah, and your dad's still having an effect. I'm talking about when your dad's
out
not
the
there.
life, gone.
it's completely gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in my house, I think I was similar. Like my mum was the main disciplinarian. Like if I really messed up, then I'll tell your father. And 9 times out of 10, it was a bluff in it. Like if I
100%
mess up, to tell my dad. But the point is that I get it. I did fear my father because I knew like he was strict in it. Like if I messed up, I messed up. Like he knew there was a set. Like thing that he wanted of me. Like I knew he had standards in it. I had to match him. I didn't match him, I get in trouble. It wasn't always a beating. It could just be a shouting out, telling nothing. I didn't want it regardless, bro.
Yeah.
And in school, like similar to what you're saying, Anton, like in school, I was good because I was scared of getting in trouble from my father. My mum I could handle, like, but it was my dad, like, so things like getting sent to remove room or getting put on what's it called, a report
and that.
Finding out, like that scared me, bro. I didn't want my dad to find out nothing. So I used to have to act right because I was scared of my dad, but I wasn't scared of my dad, like dad come in the house and I'm shook. It's only when I messed up I was shook, you get me? Like
For me, I went straight to my dad, you know. I remember one time when I got suspended and I was like pulled into the office, like, who do you want us to phone? Your mum or your dad? I thought, let me just phone my dad. My dad answered the phone, like, hello. Hello. What have you done now? Make your way home. And I thought, all right, cool. So I just made my way home, innit? And then when I got home, he asked me what happened. I told him. And that was that. It was done with. And when my mum found out she was going on with herself, I was like, I've already spoke to my dad. Do you know what I mean? And then that was it. It was like, where did she go from there? Whereas obviously, if it was the other way around, I would have just got, I would have got it in the ear. Yeah. And then I probably would have then got beats from my dad because he's then got it in his ear. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I was going to say. That's what makes it worse, yeah. He's like, why are you bringing me this stress?
So obviously then he just dealt with it. So after that, I just thought, he's the person to call, innit? Obviously, I learned how to get by the system.
How to navigate, yeah. See, you know what? I can't pretend like I was the best behaved child in school. Like, I was quite bad, actually, when I think about it. But the one thing that I knew is the limits in it. So I was always polite to my teachers. So even if I didn't do the best work, they'd always say, "Oh, Anton's always polite on parents."
Great manners. He's got great manners at Anton.
Correct.
He's so polite.
Never got suspended. Never got expelled. I never wagged to school.
That,
like all these kids that you say, "Oh, you're coming out to so and so." I'm like, "What for?" And he's telling me. So we sneak out in it just to go to the chippy at lunchtime. I'll go to the chippy, but then the kids, once you're out, it's like they're free. So then they'll be like, now that we're out, like, oh, let's not go back to, or miss out next lesson or whatever. And I was like,
nope.
Nah, I'll see yous later, innit? Because I'm like, what was? Like, my dad's going to beat me.
Big facts,
like,
man.
And that's one thing that my dad said to me. He's like, my dad said, I remember what I used. I remember, I'm young. So I know what you're doing because I did it. So when you're thinking,
100%.
when your friends are saying, oh, should we do this? Should we do that? Just think to yourself, is my dad going to beat me for this? And if the answer is yes, don't do it.
Trust me. More time away with it, because just imagine being out of school and then tutus. Our families are big as well. You would always come across someone.
You get seen by somebody,
It wasn't even worth it. I thought, well, do you know what? Let me just keep let's just keep in school, man. Just one of them. Not even worth it.
In school.
Especially with my school was opposite your house. You're mad?
Yeah.
Literally, man. No. I could see your dad just from my school, innit? I used to be like, oh, no. Okay, I'll just stay here. Not even worth a chippy run today. You get me? I'll just go to the canteen. And I remember what my dad said to me in primary school, what stuck with me. because it is in primary school when I was worse, and it like Carlos said that change of school sorted him out in it. Whereas what my dad was, it was a threat, and my dad said to me, yeah, that he's gonna come to school, yeah, and he's gonna get in front of all my class. He's gonna in the middle of the class, and he's gonna come and he's gonna pull my pants down and he's gonna smack me in front of my whole class. You get me? If I was bad, that was one threat that came now. Yeah, and I was
like you said, humiliation, innit?
Yeah, humiliation. I was like, what? And then when he said to me, I thought, nah, like, I can't handle that. And then when I got to high school, obviously, he didn't say them things there. Because if he would have said he's going to pull my pants down, I'd be like, you pulling my pants down?
Yeah.
Nah, that's wrong. That you can't be doing them things, you get me? So obviously, when I got to high school, he was like, oh, you think it's fun? I'll book time off, and I'll come to school with you and I'll sit in every one of your lessons. And I was like,
but in reality, they probably wouldn't even that happened, didn't it?
Yo, it wouldn't have happened. Now, in reality, like, knowing that my dad, he's a train driver and he works shifts, you get me? My dad has to put holidays in. It's hard for him to get holidays. Like, he ain't getting a week. And then how many holidays has he got that he's going to have to book, that he's going to be able to book holidays off, to come and sit in my class with me all day? You get me? Every day. Like, obviously, he wasn't going to do that. But in my head, I was thinking,
there's a possibility, is it?
My dad's coming to school.
There's a possibility.
You get me? So, yeah. So it just scared me. I was like, all right, I'll work.
So you're back to discipline then, yeah. In the I don't know what's the way to say, but in the best way possible, like there's a limit to discipline in it. Like there's a limit on how far you'd go. Similar to what you're saying, Anton, in regards to humiliation in it. Like, when you see like them videos on like Instagram of like dads like shaving their kid's head.
No,
that's too far, innit?
That's too far, man. You can't be doing that.
Yo, shaving the hair like some old man haircuts.
Yeah.
Nah, because
you know what? No. My dad's actually bad man, because I remember one time, when I was younger, and it was my sister's fault, and I don't know where she pulled it from, but she pulled the bick out in it now, and you guys will probably remember now when I start telling you. So anyway, I had, obviously before the receding times now, more of a widow's peak. You get me? Remember my widow's peak? It used to come down, the peak, and then obviously my sister was like, oh, just found a bick in it and was tidying in the bedroom one day, and she was like, oh, do you want me to sort it out for you? Do you want me to get rid of it? And I was like, yeah, why not? You get me? Just there with it. So my lady, come with the bick and ended up bicking out, and doing like a backwards triangle, like a triangle like that in my hairline, and obviously my hair was quite long, so it looked really bad. So obviously I come downstairs and my mum's like, what have you done? You get me? Starts going mad. Your dad, wait till your dad gets home. He's gonna sort it out. There. He won't be happy. I was like, all right then. I was like, I can't wait for my dad to come home because I can't go to school like this. You get me? Dad came home, G, and I was like, Dad, my hair's like, oh, it's like, what happened? So I went and told him, and you know what he did? He said it's my own fault, and he goes, I ain't got time to cut that. I walked off, G. That was it. He left me with that hair. No word of a lie, I remember, that I went to your dad's house, after school, because I went to school and I got ripped, I got burned about my hairline and how it was. So I went to your house, and because your dad was in, and I went, I beg you, sort my hair out. And he went and gave me a trim, Come, my dad refused to trim it. I remember that day. So that's how evil my dad is, I hope you watch this. You're bad man, because I'd never do that.
But when you see that, I think it's the song slide on him, because obviously, A, they've done wrong. B, okay, they've been caught. That's the worst thing. When you've done wrong and you've been caught, that feeling, what you feel is just like, you've messed up in it. And then C, you're then getting humiliated and they're posted on social medias, and then everyone else is going to jump on it. You're getting like 10 times the punishment for something that probably wasn't even that bad. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it probably deter you, but then more than likely you become a victim.
So what do you think to them twerking videos? Do you know when you see the young girls twerking on the video, and then the parent comes in at the back and then starts beating them and starts attacking them from twerking. What do you think to them ones? Do you think the parents got it right, or they're like?
How old are these girls?
Well,
And especially because they're filming with it, eh?
How old are these girls?
What's that? Young, innit?
Yeah, but
Either way, bro. Like, if my girl is my daughter.
No, go on.
Who, me?
If your daughter.
It's your daughter. Go on, finish it, man.
Obviously, if my daughter was to be doing it in my house, no matter what age she is, I'm gonna be telling her about herself. I don't know about walking in with a belt and busting her down on camera. Like, maybe I won't go that far. You get me?
Get caught on camera.
Don't get caught on camera.
But that's what I'm trying to say. It should your child in theory shouldn't have got to that point. If you know who your child is, then it wouldn't even have got to that point. Do you know what I mean?
No, because
shut up, man. Shut up. Of course.
Because right, and we need to be careful here, boys, because we're 4 men talking about women's issues, right? If a girl is 18 and she's dancing a little sexy on the internet, yeah, that's her right to do her thing, innit? Right? I'm not saying bust it open and pussy popping and all that, yeah. But if she's dancing on the internet, a little sexy, we have no right to say, yo, you can't do that. You get me? Maybe you should.
This is what I'm trying to say.
When it's your daughter.
I'm not saying no.
When it's your daughter.
No. Listen. I'm saying if you've done an all right enough job, your kid wouldn't even be doing that anyway, regardless.
Bro, you can't say that.
So you wouldn't have to turn around and say you shouldn't do that, because they should already know they shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, you can't necessarily.
Why can't they do it? Why can't they do it?
No, you can't necessarily say that, because my lady might just be watching, Cardi B WAP now, and thinking,
in this house.
I'm just doing the dance on TikTok.
In this house.
I get that. They can want to do the dance and that, but why did they have to record it?
Yeah, but listen, it's
on
like,
the internet.
No, listen, remember back in the
on the internet.
Remember back in the day, right? Back in the day, a couple years ago, when the man them were doing that grind on the floor dance. Do you remember it?
What, you doing your little Chris Brown dance?
Not me, bro. The guy doing the whining on the floor and that pumping the ground type thing. You remember it?
Yeah, that's Chris Brown.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Guys are doing it. What? And girls are gonna shake their ass on Instagram and do a little twerk thing too, bro. It don't.
Yeah, but listen, okay. Wait.
Because if they do it, that does not therefore mean that they are.
So were you doing this dance? I seen Chris Brown do that.
I didn't do no goddamn dance. I'm not a dickhead, but I'm not doing dance.
What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is, if the guy
he did the dance, man, 100%.
If the guy listen, as far as them dances go, I don't do them things, bro. Because to me, it's just a bit weird, right? Like, why am I humping the ground for? What does that prove to any girl, bro?
Precisely, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. So obviously,
it shows that you got that motion. That's what it's showing. It's showing you got that motion.
I'm a married man.
That's what they're trying to show.
I'm a married man. My wife knows, innit? My wife calls me fucking Daddy Longstroke, bro. Right? I don't need to put this on Instagram.
Daddy Longstroke. I heard that. I thought that's because you stroke it all the way down the body.
No,
that's because the long stroke that you do around the body.
Listen. Let me give you an example of
with a feather.
Yeah, long stroke.
But obviously, I'm not saying like obviously they can't do it. But I'm just saying, in reality, if your child is secure enough in themselves, they won't necessarily be doing it for like views and likes and stuff. Because more time, if they're putting it out there on the internet, that is what it's there for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
That's
but then
due to trying to build up their self-esteem.
I get it, but I don't think
it's trying to build up their self-esteem or trying to build up their following. Because some of these girls there, they don't look like they're short of self-esteem. It's like they're short of followers.
Some of them are very confident.
Yeah. And that's very trying to get and try and get a name for themselves as well. Some of them out there. Obviously, I'm just talking from opinion here. We're all men. None of us are young girls.
We can't talk about women's issues, man. We can't.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm
just saying anyway. Now, but taking it back into the discipline.
You don't understand it enough about women to talk about the issues. Is that what you're saying?
Now, what I'm saying is we have no right to comment as men and say women can't do this if they were raised
No,
You saying
hold
they
on.
can't?
I'm saying
No one said they
that
can't
my
do that.
daughter in my house, yeah,
Yeah.
ain't doing no internet twerking
So
in my house.
if your daughter said, yeah, at 18, yeah, I want to go and do that pole dancing.
OnlyFans and that.
Yeah. Now, not OnlyFans. OnlyFans, that can't run. That can't run. Yeah, but if you were to go and do pole dancing as a way to keep fit, would you let her do it?
But pole dancing the way to keep fit. Would I let her do it? She's 18. It's not about me letting her do that, is it?
Yeah. Like, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Do you know what I'm saying? At that point,
But that's
really,
what I'm trying to
I've
say.
got no
It's
choice.
about being open and honest with your children. So obviously, if your child wants to like twerk on the internet, then boy, at least you know that's what they do, because you would have seen it. You would have seen them twerking all around the house. Do you know what I mean? And you then, even from the first time you see them twerking,
Yeah, no, listen, don't get me wrong.
What's
Yeah,
wrong with you?
Yo, as soon as I see
Are you okay?
I am not completely against.
As soon as I see any twerking in my house,
if I walked in on my daughter, yeah, twerking in her bedroom, if there's beatings happening, you get me? There's beatings happening. Like, yo, why are you dancing all sexy? And there's beatings happening. You get me? Yeah. But in the same
on the camera, on the camera, you wouldn't even check which recording. You don't care. You walk in and see red. You just walk in and see red. Facebook Live's going on, but you don't care.
Imagine that she's twerking for her little school friends.
And you're going viral. You go viral. And then Jason comes in whacking her. You go viral, bro. You go viral. You can't do them things.
Oh, big facts. You're back to discipline. Back to discipline. All right, Carlos.
That's what I'm saying. On the discipline side, that's what I'll do. But sorry, go on.
Carlos, listen. Tell me about the time, when you got beat. I need to know your worst beating. And listen, every man's getting asked the same question, your worst beating.
I don't even remember my worst beating because there were so many. They were all bad.
Tell us that one that stands out, bro. What did you do? What was your punishment, bro?
I can't remember what I did. All I remember is being at the old house, right by your old school, thinking, damn, I'm in trouble here. And that's all you'd think. You'd pace around in your room waiting for someone to come up and give you your punishment. And you're just like,
yeah. Did you ever get beat with objects? That's
what I was about to say. That you got beat with objects, man.
Any object that was to hand. The first
anything that's close.
Could be a slipper, could be a belt.
I remember.
Shoe, could be anything.
At my grandma's, she had the switch on the wall. She had literally a switch, like it was hung up like some Hall of Fame. So I used to think, my dad used to be like, we used to get beat with that, We used to get beat with that.
I remember that now.
Yeah, you remember? It's probably still hung up on grandma's wall, like as a memento.
Never forget, kids.
But that's what I was saying, because my dad would always be like, yo, grandma and granddad are soft, now, back in the day, we would have got licked for this and licked for that. But that's what tends to happen, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. What about you then, Jordash? Since Carl's can't remember nothing, what was your worst beating?
Like I said, I didn't often get beat, but I remember me and Carlos was having a fight. Obviously, me and Carlos used to fight a lot, literally fight a lot. I can't remember what happened. I think Carlos must have kicked my football across the road, so I was vexed. Anyone who messed about with my football used to be on the receiving end of anything, but he must have kicked it. I think he was trying to sort out the back gate or something because the back gate was broke. He's ended up kicking my football across the road, and obviously we've gone at it. But Carlos was fixing the fence with a hammer at the time, so obviously Carlos has come at me with the hammer. So obviously I had to pick up.
Carlos v. Carlos.
So I think I picked up the spanner at the time. I think Jordan was at the house at the time as well. So I picked up the spanner, and Jordan called my dad. He's like, this guy called my dad. Obviously, me and Carlos were about to go. He just came out and then he just gave me a beating. I thought, oh, wow. Like, I never.
Carlos has been getting.
Like, yeah. And my life literally was sucked out of me at that point. But it was one of them. I remember that, and after that, I just thought, right, okay. Like, I need to do more press ups now. I'll be ready for it.
Come back on the training
I'll be ready for you next time. Do you know what I mean? One day, I'm just gonna catch your hand like Bruce Lee and be like,
Man's been practicing,
And he'll be like, right, what happened there? I thought, one day you're gonna learn, man. Learn.
watching Karate Kid over and over again.
Yo, trust me.
Now, what was you used to watch now? Yeah, what was it? Was it Three Ninjas or
Three
something?
Ninja Kids,
Yeah,
yeah.
Three Ninja Kids.
bro.
Mm.
Trust me.
Yo, Anton, your turn, bro. Worst beating.
I can't remember my worst one. Most memorable one was.
Yeah.
Yo, you might have post-traumatic stress in it, like
Yeah.
PTSD.
Repressed memories, man.
No, Nick, I can't remember. I'm not even lying.
Nah, I've got because
Yo.
there was a few in it. There's a few, but like,
Nah,
see,
you smart.
my most memorable one
PTSD, man.
was when I trust me was when I think it was I called Aisha. I called my little sister dumb in it of something that was daft, and I called her dumb. And my dad was upstairs now, yeah, and it's like he was at the top of the stairs, like along the landing, like, and I was like at the top of the stairs, actually on the stairs, innit? He said something like, yeah, and I called Layla, Aisha dumb, like whatever, and he's like, dumb. Came up to me, he goes, dumb. He goes, can you even spell it? So I just looked at him and I was like, yeah. And he goes, go on then, spell it. If you can't spell it, I'm going to lick you, you know. So I went, all right then. I went, D-U-M. And then...
With his chest as well, you know. D-U-M.
Yo, I said it with my chest. D-U-M. You know what I mean? And then, boy, I just seen my dad switch like he was coming for me. So he went to lick me now, yeah, through the banisters now, yeah, because my banisters like that. He went to lick me through the banister, but I moved in it and sort of
don't make him miss, man.
So
don't make him miss.
No, I made him miss. I did the Matrix thing now, yeah, to the side. 2 2s. Yeah, with that, I clocked him coming around, like, onto the stairs. So I sort of turned to the stairs and started running down the stairs. Look, it's like it was in slow motion. I started running down the stairs. And as I started running down the stairs, yeah, Stacey comes in the front door and opens the front door. So I was like, leave it open. So Stacey left the front door open. I'm running, yeah. And then literally, I got literally to the doorway and I was about to leap out. And as I was jumping out, yeah, all I felt was my dad's foot just go
Boom.
whack up my ass in it and just properly just launched me outside of the house.
And so Uncle Philip, no.
Yo, trust me. Yeah, he must have thought I was jazzed the way that he threw me. Honestly, that he kicked like proper. So I must have, because I thought, yeah, he must have jumped down the whole of them stairs to catch me.
Yo, he was getting you. Regardless, he was getting you. There was no getting away.
Regardless, he was getting. And my dad. Do you think about it? Is my dad's fast as well? Do you know what I mean?
Yo,
Even then, I remember going sports day and that. I used to just be like that. Come then, did I? Because I knew my dad had it. I was like, yeah, my dad's gonna win. And he won every time. So I don't know what I was thinking I'm going to be able to outrun him and get off. But yeah, that was my one. What about you, Jason?
Yeah.
I don't know, you know, cause my mum used to beat me all the time. Like, that's not even my mum, I'm similar to Carlos. So I can't pick out one. But my dad beat me, been 4 times in his life. And not even the worst one, but the most memorable one was, I must have been about 13, 14. And I remember I used to do jiu-jitsu. I used to have to wear like this black karate outfit, and my school trousers were also black in it. So I've just come in from school. My dad's in the kitchen and I'm potting it, and he's gone to me. He took something quickly, and he's gone, "Oh, you dressed for jiu-jitsu, innit?" So I've gone dead sarcastically, "Oh yeah, Dad, I'm gonna go like this," and and he's on the pot in it, like just kind of just like this, you know,
Why?
With his back to me, and he's just gone. So, going like that, and I've gone, "Yeah, Dad," and he's gone, "So isn't that your school clothes though?" And I've gone, "Well, Dad, if you ask a stupid question."
Game over.
I don't trust me.
Listen. I've gone. If you ask a stupid question, you're gonna get a stupid answer, right? Listen, my dad, yeah, on the whole time. If I ask a stupid, Dash! Oh, he smacked me with the pot. He smacked me with the pot. If you ask, he just quietly mumbled the phrase back to himself.
It's snatched with the pot, you know.
The pot just turned around, smacked me, hit me. Yo, listen, and my dad was short as well, right? And my dad's hit me. Yo, I'm stood behind him. He's turned round, come over the back of my head and smacked me in the back of my head with a pot. Bro, it was... And you know the thing is now, yeah, is that he's then took me to jiu-jitsu in silence. Yeah? I've gone in, mum's picked me up, and I'm sat there in it like, yeah, she knows. She's just driving, and she goes, your dad's told me what you said. And I said, are you going to beat me as well now? But you know, like, usually, yeah, I probably did deserve a double beating. You know, the first one was so bad that she's just gone, no. But when you get in, apologise to your dad.
Yeah.
Just say sorry. Just say sorry.
Do you know what's funny though? Do you know what's funny? Because obviously growing up, it's weird because he told conflicting messages. Because when your parents are like, oh, don't let anyone put their hands on you in school, or well, my dad used to say that. Don't let anyone invade your personal space. Don't let anyone put their hands on you. He's the one who's putting his hands on you. Should be expecting a beating then, innit? You get me? So that's what you told me.
Yeah.
You told me that.
You should be expecting a beating.
Exactly. So what
got the training.
Exactly, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. You told me don't let anyone come in my personal space. You told me don't let anyone put their hands on me. So why should it be any different if you put your hands on me? Tell me that.
Yo, here's the question now, though. Yeah. Yo, as young men, right? As young men, you go through that that point where you do, as well, Jordan went through it very, very, very early. But when you get to that point, when you look at your dad and you think, you know what?
I can have
you out now. Do you man ever get to that phase where you look at your dad and thought, you know what? I can knock you out, and then actually try it?
No, I never tried it. But I did think it. But then at one point I thought, nah, you're old now, so if I do, then you might get hurt, innit?
Yeah. I'm not gonna name in it. And when he got to a certain age, he tried his dad like on a I am the alpha lion type shit, bro. He tried his.
That man got experience, man. That man got experience. Of course. That man got years.
That's not gonna go. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna go down well.
Listen, I'm now alpha male, bro. There's only one alpha male in this house, bro. The man actually tried his father, bro. Madness.
I'm taking over.
Yeah. Look at me.
Nah, I wouldn't even think like that. Like I said, I didn't really get beat like that to really be thinking.
Yeah.
But obviously, as a kid, I did have those thoughts.
I remember getting a bit older in it, and then when I was getting in trouble, and like sometimes like when you're getting teenager and the looks that you give back, like, all right, dad, like I'll give that sort of look, and then my dad said, oh,
yeah.
So
you're man in this place.
So you're a big man now.
Yeah, you're a big man now. Yeah.
You think you can fight me? And I'm like, no. So you're a big man then? Yeah. No.
No. Me? No, not
me. No, I didn't say that.
I've got a couple more questions to do. Yeah.
Trust me.
Yo, in that case, and what age were you, man? Yeah, when you realized your mum can't hurt you no more.
Nah, my mum fully can hurt me now to this day, bro. Don't get it twisted, yo. Yo, the way she used to operate that slipper, I'm telling you, it's like a boomerang, bro. Like a boomerang.
Serious.
She could clap that slipper from your head if you wanted. That
I was gonna say
out of the corner too. Trust me. 100%.
I would say mine's about this me for age, you know. I would say mine probably was like 13, 14, innit? But
yeah.
when I say can't hurt me, I mean without a weapon. Because my mum,
The hand.
No.
Just the
Yeah,
hand.
okay,
Just
without
with a
weapon,
hand,
yeah.
just with a hand. Yeah, just with a hand. That's when I've sort of realised, because before then, even when if she would hit me, it wouldn't hurt. She could still pinch in it.
Nah, but then that's what I'm trying to say. There are no little
Why
techniques
you
like your pressure
pinching?
points and stuff and that.
Yeah. I remember one time I said something to my mum, just straight up attitude in it, and I can't remember why. And I don't think there was even any need for it. Do you know what I mean? I think it must have been hormones or something. But I
You
said
can't
it,
say that, bro.
and then next minute, all I remember was a remote control going past my head in it.
It happens, man.
And
It
smacking
happens.
off the, and I thought, rah. And I looked back at my mum like, was that you? And mum just sat there calm, just pass me the remote. Pass me the remote.
I remember one time,
Okay.
we passed it back in after she just dashed it.
Yeah.
Smart. Because like I say, I
Hey?
remember one time my mum hit me, yeah, and I actually laughed because I thought that did actually hurt. And then obviously I should have just played dumb and acted like it just hurt.
Yeah,
and
never
just
laugh,
rolled
bro.
my eyes out, but I laughed. And then she's like, well, "What you laughing at?"
Yeah.
And I'm there just proper like catchy joke, and I'm thinking in my head, I was thinking, this doesn't actually hurt. And then yeah, I got my ass whooped. So I'm telling you that I didn't get beat that often, but I'm just remembering. So maybe I have
Coming back to you now.
PTSD 2 minutes.
And now we've all been there though. When your mum's going to work now, and you think, "Nah, this actually don't hurt too tough for your mum." And I've done the same thing, where I laughed as well. My mum, boy, she slapped me in my face so goddamn hard.
Yeah, I didn't laugh.
Yeah, I laughed, bro.
Nah. Even my dad's hardback slipper stopped taking effect. Yeah. And I went and bought him some stuff. Because for 2 years, me and my sister tried getting rid of his hardback slipper, I went and my mum was like, what do you want to get your dad for Christmas? And me and my sister was looking at each other like tactical, like, yeah, should we get him some new slippers? His slippers was hardback, don't know hard sole slippers. I'm like, no, I don't want to feel that.
Have you man ever been beat by anybody who weren't your
Sorry,
parents?
Dad, I should say so.
No.
Sorry?
Beat by anyone who's not my parent.
Yeah.
Nah, to be fair.
Grandparents, parents,
You got beat.
hold it up.
Slow down.
Yeah.
You got beat by grandma.
No, you got beat.
Rah.
Yo, no.
I ain't never been beat by nobody else but my mum and dad,
Don't forget, when we were in Amberley, we used to get, 8 weeks holiday or something?
Yeah, it was a long time.
So...
Yeah, they're probably fed up with viewing it by then.
Carlos Outstayed is welcome.
Definitely. I remember you still phoning home. Mum, I want to come home. No, you're staying there. We're in work. Oh,
Nah, tough.
It's a long run.
Yeah, we used to get shipped to Wolverhampton, didn't we?
Yeah.
I remember you used to go Wolverhampton all the time. I remember them
We used to get shipped to Wolverhampton because everyone else was working and that. So we used to go Wolverhampton for a good few weeks before everyone else came back on 6 weeks.
You know what? Actually, the only one time when I remember anything like that in my school was when I was in high school. There was one of the lads in my class in it, and he must have been being cheeky to this teacher, and it was a supply teacher. And I remember do you remember when you used to rock back on the back 2 legs of your chair?
Yeah.
Did any of you used to do that? And he was sort of rocking back on his chair, and he was chatting to somebody else sort of at the side, like holding on to the desk. And it was towards the back of the room. Towards the back of the room. And this teacher just come and just like grabbed, the chair and pulled it towards him so his chair went flat, and then pushed the desk towards him to trap him in. And like started like walking back and started getting aggressive. So next minute, my man just stood up and went, "What the fuck you doing?" And started pushing the table back. Next minute, I just looked up. I wasn't one of them, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm just not about the drama. But then about
the teacher got rough.
about six man just jumped up behind him and just all started pushing the teacher back in it. I went and pushed the teacher back against the board in it and just looked at him and went, "You can't do that in this class." And then everyone just walked away and went and sat down. And he went bright red and walked out the class.
And Thomas
went bright red and walked out. And I went to Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah. I'm gonna lie, I knew it was Aquinas. I knew it, bro. Yeah, I knew it. I don't know why, but I knew it.
Yeah, it's a madness. That was a madness. That sure is like geography or something. something mad. Yeah, but he didn't come back anyway. That was a madness. But yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Kids in my class, and then you was getting beat. Nah, you're mad. Do you think that could have run down in my school? But that was primary
remember
school,
that
actually.
primary school. That's what I was trying to say with them, man. It was primary school. Them man, primary school. Imagine
primary school, you allow it more.
in high school, that couldn't run. No school where I went to, it couldn't run. That's why it just wouldn't happen, man.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Teachers would be too shook to do anything like that.
Yeah, because I can't believe he got beat by grandparents. But yeah, I couldn't even imagine like beating like even any of my like younger cousins or like my niece or nephews or anything like that. Because to me, it's like if you don't, because parents don't beat the children. Do you get me?
No.
So just imagine not beating a child, and then the next person comes and beats the child. You'd be like, wow, what the hell? Like, what are you doing? What you want? So obviously, there's ways around disciplining children without beating. Obviously, beating discipline isn't necessarily about beating, is it?
No, that's just the easiest way, isn't it?
Go, Jason. What were you gonna say there before?
It's true though.
When I was younger, right, I had this friend in it. I'm not gonna say no names, because he's bad dude. And when he was at my house, this must have been like 5 or 6 years old, innit? And I remember
his parents aren't bad breed, are they?
Huh? His
parents weren't bad breed, were they?
Now his mum was good people's, man. His mum was good people's. His dad, they were separated. His dad, as far as what I could see, was good people's. But to this day, I will never say a bad word about his mum. Good, great woman, great woman. Sometimes you get difficult children, innit? Like sometimes you get children who are a little bit naughty, and you don't know how to discipline them or what works well disciplining them. And he's just one of them children. He was a little bit of an enigma. So anyway, he was at my house, yeah. And to be fair, he shouldn't have been doing it, but my mum had just got a new sofa, and he was jumping up and down on the sofa, innit? And my mum had said, yo, stop jumping. He wasn't listening. My dad had his cousin over, like big woman, yo, grandma, old age woman, innit? And I remember she come in now, yeah, and she's like, yo, stop jumping. And he's carry on jumping. Listen, my dad's cousin beat this youth like it was her own youth. Oh
wow! So not even your mum is your dad's.
My dad's
cousin. Because if your mum did it, I could understand, because obviously your mum would have a relationship.
Yo, man, my
dad's auntie, and next auntie just came.
It's her new couch.
Beat this youth like it was his own youth, innit? Yeah. And my mum was so vexed that she beat him, innit, like, because you can't put hands on a next man's you, innit? You get me? You can't do them things. And
especially if it's in your house as well.
It's not gonna lie, yo. You know when them ones you got beat in it.
Fix him. But did he fix him? But did he stop it?
He didn't jump again. Are you mad? He did not jump again. He came out to the yard. Yes, Mr. McDonald. Yes, Mr. McDonald. He didn't say nothing. He was a good youth from then on.
He was just checking to see if the auntie was there.
You can't do them things. Yeah, you can't beat a next man. You can't do that thing. Because say, for example, now, any of you, man, you hear say, not even like family is different. Like, say, for example, if Remy got beat by Jordash, yeah, he must have deserved it. You get me? But if like a next, say I beat them. You get me?
Yeah. I'd be like, what? You'd be like, what you want? Why? Was it necessary? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Tell me what they've done.
Yeah, and then you decide, yo, you don't need a beating or not. But I can't beat your kids. Are you mad? No way. No way. I've never put. Listen, you could come my house with the baddest thing.
Trust me, it's moving,
I'll tell him off. I say, Jordash, listen, bro.
Your control regulate. He needs a beating. You can even say he needs a beating.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
Never do that. Never.
Nah, it's mad. Obviously, you can't beat kids these days, isn't it?
Did any of you man ever threaten to call child down on your parents?
I probably did say it, but obviously it was 40. I'm lying, I fought it, but it was something I would have never said, because I remember one time, I was just like, oh, I can't wait to move out, and my mum was like, leave there.
Yeah, go on then.
I was only young, and then she opened up the door, and I went outside. She locked the door behind me, and then I just stood out there for time. I'm thinking, okay.
You didn't have no goddamn plan.
I had no shoes. Of course, I had no plan.
No shoes.
All I remember was my dad opened up the door and said, "Come inside, man." It's like, "What are you going outside for?" And then I just thought, oh, that was short-lived. I didn't even get to leave the garden. I didn't even leave the garden, man. I was just there on the doorstep. On the doormat, though. Do you know that doormat that's outside the garden?
Yeah.
I was just stood in there, that little one square.
Yeah.
Obviously, they didn't have shoes in it, so I couldn't move far in it. The concrete was cold.
You should at least put your shoes on.
Nah, man, my mum rushed me out the house.
That was
It's one of them.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing, innit?
Yeah,
She knew what she was doing, yeah. She knew what she was doing.
I mean, I said to my mum a couple of times, "Yo, listen, I will call Childline," and that just led to her grabbing the phone and saying, "Go on then, ring them, see if I care, tell them come."
I won't even try. You know what? Nah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't even try that though.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Yeah. I don't even know what would happen. Nah, sorry. That's asking for too much, that, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know, like me, knowing my dad's personality, that's like me just winding him up, innit? That's like me going him like, come on then. I might as well say, come on then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, go on then, beat me harder. It doesn't make sense. That's just stupidness, you know what I mean? That's daft, that. I won't say
Then
that.
that's what I said on the flip side of it, yeah. Like, just imagine if you've end up tapping your child, or just like, just a little slap, or not even anything, and Tuesday going to school, and they're like, "Oh yeah, my dad beats me. Obviously, you do know that's getting like monitored and that.
Yeah, of course, bro.
But then that's what I'm trying to say. You have to realise it's a cultural difference.
It is, but then you see, there's them kids as well that are rough, and you can just see from the parents that the parents don't really look like they want to put too much effort in. Do you know what I mean? And I actually feel sorry for the teachers then that are having to teach them, to be honest, because obviously it's harder, and it's adding more onto the teachers, to be fair, which isn't fair on them anyway. Your kids should be able to go to school like mine do and be ready to learn. Do you know what I mean? Be there polite, because the teacher's there to do a job. They need to respect that and just crack on with the learning. Not start giving an attitude and start, do you know what I mean? Start trying a thing. Nah, none of that. Like, I'll probably be one of them parents back the teacher up in it. Yeah. To a degree. I say to a degree because I remember I got buzzed up by my teachers. But really, that's what teachers are there for, innit? They're there for a reason. You can tell if someone's a dickhead or not. So if he is, when you just beat them straight away,
your child and
you're just like, yeah. Yeah? Nah, the teachers. Teachers.
Yeah.
Not you can tell, you know your child's a dickhead, obviously. Nah, you would do, though. You would do. Do you know what I'm saying?
Some people are oblivious to it. Nah, man. Some people are oblivious to it.
The same way that they're oblivious that the kid's ugly. Because I'll be honest, you know, like sometimes when you see ugly kids and you get the parents thinking that the kid's like sick and they're going about how cute they are and all this lot. That's mad, that, innit?
Nah, bro. I think everyone thinks that. Like, obviously, because when your child's born, when you see your child, regardless, like, obviously, I've seen bare babies, right, when they've been born, and like people send through pictures, and I just look at the picture like, oh, all right, okay, because like babies don't come out like beautiful. More times, it's out wrinkly.
Yeah, but I'm honest. Like when Tyler was born, cute. When Layla was born, Layla looked like an alien when she first was born. And I remember I said it to Laura, and then Laura slapped me in it. Like, you can't say that. And like she'll go cute, innit? She ain't cute. Like, it took her a day. After a day, she was cute. Mad.
Yeah, that's what I said. Some people are oblivious to it, like completely. Like they feel like their child's like a good kid. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
But in reality, it's like because they've raised them, it's too late. So in general, they may have good days, but they've had bad days, so they may be better than they was before. So in reality, they probably think their kid's a good kid.
I think they should deal. Yeah, but surely they have to deal with that kid on a daily basis, so know what the kid's like anyway.
Yeah, but some people don't. Because like I said, some kids act up in front of different people, if you understand. Like, they'll push your buttons. Like, for me, just say when Sereno's at home, he would throw his food on the floor or he'll do all sorts, you know what I mean? But when he's at my mum's, oh, he's like a different kid. I'm like, wow, is that the same kid? Do you know what I mean? So obviously it's like set kids act differently around different people.
No, but that's what I'm saying. And what you just said then is a normal scenario, isn't it? So even like most times you get where when kids, even like some of Tyler's school friends, if they come like for to round 2 hours or whatever, everyone will say, oh, yeah, I'll be like, right, they're real polite. Do you know what I mean? And then when you take them on to the parents, you go, oh, so-and-so was, yeah, no, they was real polite, using manners, you know, they was real good today. Oh, that's good. Never use the manners when they're at home. Do you know what I mean? That's a normal common way though, isn't it? Rather than your child being good when they're with you, but then being bad every other time.
Okay, yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, that you're going to know your child, innit? Like, you're going to know if your child, if you got a little shit on your hands or not. And you know that from early.
100%.
It's true. And then it's just about putting that discipline in it and showing them where the lines are. And that's when I say, like, the taps and that, because it's consequences. It's cause, consequence. So you do that, this is what happens. You do that, this is what happens. Oh, well, I won't do that then because that will happen. Simple. So you got to teach them. That's what I did anyway.
So you're saying beats worked for you then, as a kid growing up? Those beats that you got, that's 100%.
Oh, yeah. Nah, yeah. To be fair, I got beat too much in it.
Justified, or yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
But still, it worked. It worked. Do you know what I mean? It worked. And the fear factor. And me and my missus, we have a discussion about this because sometimes she gets angry with how I am because she'll say that the kids are scared of me. Do you know what I mean? And then what I say is, and what my point is they're not scared of me. They're scared of me when they're bad. Because if I walk into my house like I do, like I've just done today, when I came in after the gym and I was doing something in the kitchen at the sink and Tyler just walked up behind me and just punched me and started laughing and walked off. Do you know what I mean? So I just looked at him like, what are you punching me for? Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, that's not a sign of somebody that's scared of me. Do you know what I mean? Like, because if anything, because then after I finished doing what I was doing, I walked in and then he was like, do you want to fight? And I'm like, oh. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't really want to fight right now. No. Like, come on then. And then that's it. It's on because he's running at me. Do you know what I mean? That's not somebody that's scared of me. But then if I were to come in and he's done something wrong, I can tell because as soon as I walk in, he's real sheepish and he's got his head down and sort of looking at me to try and make eye contact, see how I'm going to react, and looking at his mum, see if she's going to tell me something. Do you know what I mean? So I can tell straight away and I'm thinking, oh, he's done something here.
It's funny because your parents always say things go around in cycles and that, and you don't actually understand it until you've actually like have kids in it yourself. Like things that you thought that you could get away with, like there's no chance. I'm thinking, right, I'm trying to lie to my mum. In reality, she's probably seen me lying from early, so she'll know every single. Obviously, as you get older, you can probably mask things a bit different, but in reality, you still have those same towels.
They're
the same towels as you had from early. It's not going to change, is it?
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah, it's smart.
Always can tell. I always tell when they're lying, and that's why, like you say, it's threats need to, or whatever it is, needs to warrant what they've done. Do you know what I mean? Or the punishment. Like, that's why I never go to, like, Laura. She'll threaten and say, oh, we're not going so-and-so where she wants to go. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm looking at her thinking, yeah, because we're going to end up going anyway. You're not punishing yourself. Nah, and that's the thing about it, Dash. She won't punish herself, whereas with me, I'll cut my nose off to spite my own face in it. I don't care. So even if I've been looking forward to doing something and I say, we're not going there, we're not going. But then for me personally, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't put that on the table. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking in my head, nah, I'm not.
I wouldn't go with it.
I want to go, so I'm not even risking it with these youths. Well, thank you then, guys, if you made it to the end of the episode. As always, please like, subscribe. My name's Anton.
And it's Dash, my son's favourite dad.
And it's Carlos. Thanks again.
It's Jason. Thank you very much, guys. Comment, like, subscribe. You know the vibes.
Yeah, share with your family, friends, your work colleagues, everyone that you can get to watch. Thank you for Nah, just cut it right there, bro.